Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the story of the 2025 Metro Manila Film Festival. And wow, what a year it was. We saw this incredible face-off between a massive box office hit and a film that the critics absolutely loved. It really makes you wonder, what actually makes a film a winner?
You know, it's that age-old question, right? What really defines a successful movie? Is it the millions it makes at the box office, or is it the shiny awards it takes home? Well, this year's festival gave us the perfect battleground for that debate. We had two films climb to the very top, but man, they took completely different routes to get there. All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with how the festival was set up this year. Then we'll get to the main event, the box office champ versus the awards darling. We'll see how they stack up, and then we'll try to figure out what it all means.
So let's set the stage. This was the 51st festival, and they called it a new era for Philippine cinema. And you know what? They really meant it. The organizers did something pretty bold. They cut the lineup down to just 8 films. The idea was to give every single movie a real shot at the spotlight, both in ticket sales and with the awards jury.
And what a lineup it was. I mean, you had something for everyone. You've got the return of an absolute horror icon with Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Then there's a legal drama sequel, Bar Boys, After School. And you had these two really different romances, I'm Perfect and Love You So Bad. And of course, the comedy juggernaut everyone was talking about, Call Me Mother. Okay, so when the cinema doors swung open on Christmas Day, it was on. And right out of the gate, one film just exploded. The box office numbers started pouring in, and there was no question about it, the audience had picked their champion. And the festival as a whole had a massive start. We're talking an estimated 98 to 100 million pesos in gross earnings on day one. That's huge! It was so clear that people were just craving local movies this Christmas.
So check this out. This chart tells you everything you need to know about that first day. Call Me Mother, starring the incredible Ganda, pulled in almost half of the entire festival's earnings for the day. I mean, think about that. That is what you call a box office juggernaut. No competition.
But like we said, this story has two sides. The box office was one thing, but the awards? That was a whole different conversation. Just 2 nights later, on December 27th, we had the Gabi ng Parangal, the awards night. And suddenly, the spotlight swung over to a completely different film.
So you might be thinking, how did the awards shake out? Did the big earners just sweep everything? Well, not exactly. While the commercial hits definitely got some recognition, the jury, they had a bit of a surprise up their sleeve. They decided to champion a film that, let's be honest, wasn't really on the box office radar. And here it is. The big winner of the night was I'm Perfect. Now, this was a really special, groundbreaking film, a romance about 2 people with Down syndrome. It didn't just get a nod, it took home the biggest award of all, First Best Picture. And its lead, Crystal Go, gave such a powerful, authentic performance that she won Best Actress. Just an incredible moment.
And there you have it. The stage was perfectly set for this classic clash, right? The people's choice versus the critics' choice. 2 champions, but they were champions in completely different arenas.
So let's break it down. In one corner, you've got Call Me Mother, the undisputed box office king. It also nabbed Ganda a super well-deserved Best Actor award. And in the other corner, you have I'm Perfect, the critical darling, the one that captured the jury's heart and walked away with the festival's highest honor. Of course, it wasn't just about those 2 films. I mean, let's not forget the other big winners. Unmary had a fantastic night, picking up Second Best Picture and Best Director. And then you had Manila's Finest, this really cool crime thriller which basically swept all the technical awards. It just goes to show you how much quality there was across the board.
So what's the big takeaway here? What does all this tell us? Well, for me, the 2025 MMFF really proved that a healthy, vibrant film industry needs both. It needs the blockbusters that pack the theaters, and it needs the breakthroughs that push boundaries and make us think.
I mean, just look at the debates online. People were so passionate about this, arguing for their favorite film. And that's a great thing. The fact that this one festival could produce both a monster hit that everyone went to see and a really important, groundbreaking film like I'm Perfect, that's the sign of an industry that's really alive and well.
So, when you boil it all down, what's the final answer? This quote really says it all, doesn't it? The numbers and trophies tell one story, but the real winners are the stories that resonate long after the credits roll. Maybe that's it. Maybe real success is about the impact a film leaves on you. And that leaves us with one final big question to think about. Years from now, which story from this festival will we remember more? The one told by the box office numbers, or the one told by the awards? It's a question that really gets to the core of why we love movies, and it's the perfect encapsulation of the 2025 Metro Manila Film Festival.